Hello and welcome to Untwisted Threads. This yarn is called Drops Air. The 65% alpaca, 28% polyamide, 7% wool yarn features 52 solids and mixed colorways. The color that we chose is 32 Blush Mix. This 50-gram skein with 150 meters or 164 yards works up as a worsted weight yarn. In today's video, we're going to review Drops Air using our 5 categories, which are availability, softness, traction, durability, and cost, to help you decide if this is the best yarn for you and your next project. Let's get started. For availability, we give Drops Air a score of 2.5 out of 5. Currently, this yarn is available at only a few shops in the United States and in a few colors on Amazon. However, I purchased and shipped mine from Wool Warehouse based in the UK and was very satisfied with how easy it was to order my yarn and to have it shipped to me here in the US. For softness, we give it a score of 5 out of 5. I've been wanting to try out this yarn since I first started knitting almost 3 years ago, and the softness of this yarn is no disappointment. If you can believe it, this yarn is softer than the Isager Eco Baby yarn we reviewed a few weeks ago. I describe it similar to the feeling of cotton candy mixed with a little bit of wool. If you're sensitive to wool yarns, or more specifically alpaca yarns, you should have no issues with wearing this yarn. If you notice, this yarn is constructed differently than a plied or twist style yarn. This is called a blown yarn and is produced with a special spinning machine. It's described as a fairly complicated process, but more simply put, loose fibers are blown into a mesh tube. Most of the fibers end up stuck in the tube, creating the bulk of the yarn, while the longer fibers stick out, creating a super fluffy look and making it very lightweight. In terms of warmth, alpaca fibers are lighter and warmer than sheep's wool, but also breathable. Their fibers contain air pockets that can provide great insulation in the winter, but are also breathable, allowing it to keep you cool in the summer, making it naturally thermoregulating. For traction, we give it a score of 3 out of 5. I was a little disappointed when it came to knitting. It may be due to the construction of this yarn, as the long soft fibers stuck together quite a bit. This made knitting with it difficult, as I noticed it really slowed me down. However, because it was so soft, after I got used to the longer fibers sticking together, it knitted fairly smoothly on my nickel-plated needles. For durability, we give it a score of 2.8 out of 5. Due to its natural elasticity, alpaca wool is durable and resistant to wear and tear. I've worked with some similar chainette style yarns that have come apart as I knit with them, but not this blown yarn. A bonus for longevity is that this structure of yarn is less prone to pilling. However, similar to yarns that are single ply, this yarn is described to be feltable. What that means is that with a mixture of heat and water or sweat, you may find the long fibers of this yarn felting together. From a friend's experience, she knit a sweater with this yarn, and at the end of the day from wearing it, the underarm stitches were felted together. So I recommend being very cautious and taking extra care if you want to knit a garment with this yarn. For cost, we give it a score of 4.4 out of 5. For being a 50-gram skein, you can expect to pay $6 US per skein, meaning a size medium sweater would cost approximately $36 US. So alpaca isn't typically the most budget-friendly fiber, but this Drops yarn is. And even though this yarn originates in Europe, with me purchasing from Wool Warehouse in England, not sponsored by the way, you can order this yarn with as little as $5 shipping to the US, making this a beautifully budget-friendly alpaca yarn. Overall, we give Drops Air a score of 3.5 out of 5. Although this yarn has incredible softness, I would take extra care to any garments you knit with this yarn to prevent felting. I was very pleased with the price of shipping with ordering this yarn from the UK and receiving it about a week after dispatching. I would absolutely consider Air for a super squishy and soft oversized cardigan or even a sweater. Have you used Drops Air yarn before? What yarn would you like for us to do a review on next? We would love to hear your thoughts and recommendations in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's review, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.